Another question. I want you to meet Dr. Diane Hess. She's a pediatrician here in New York City. She's an independent and says she's still deciding whom to vote for.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
So my question is, as a pediatrician, I do not allow non-vaccinated patients, nor patients whose parents want to delay the vaccine schedule, into my practice. I care for many children who are immunocompromised or too young to get some vaccines, such as measles or whooping cough, which is an epidemic now, and they're very susceptible to these diseases. So when I was reading your statements, you seem to support vaccines, yet you're evasive about your schedule or the support of the schedule. So I just wanted you to clarify that for me.
So that statement about the schedule was taken out of context. So when I was practicing and following issues around immunization, which I am not now, there were concerns at the time about the mercury dose in vaccines and how kids might be loaded up in a way related to that schedule and the presence of thimerosal in the vaccines. And that's what I was referring to, that there were legitimate questions at that time. But I understand those. The thimerosal has been taken out of the vaccines, anything that would be given to a child, and it's no longer an issue. I think there's kind of an effort to divert the conversation from our actual agenda, because the idea that I oppose vaccines is completely ridiculous, or that I'm anti-science. And I would encourage anybody to go look up the books that I co-authored with other physicians and public health experts at Physicians for Social Responsibility. One is called Environmental Threats to Healthy Aging, Toxic Threats to Child Development. Those are two books, actually, that are both available for free on the web. You can read them on the web or download them. They both review science, and they review scientific studies to have a better understanding of what is the conditions that may be driving the developmental disabilities, what may be contributing to these issues that we're seeing, and likewise, what are some of the contributors to chronic disease in adults. There are clearly, environmental factors here that are playing a role. So just for policy wonks, for geeks, for science geeks, you can show yourself, if you have any doubt, that I too am a science geek. I am certainly not hostile to science. I'm not anti-science. I believe that asking questions is part of our responsibility as scientists and as physicians. We always need to be asking those questions.
Dr. Hess, thank you for the question. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we have more audience questions here at the CNN Green Party Town Hall.